Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been absolutely destroying my phone's battery for the past month, testing every single new mobile RPG that's come out in 2025. And let me tell you, this year is insane. We're talking console quality graphics, cross-platform play, actual respect for your time. Mobile gaming has finally grown up. So today, I'm ranking the top 10 mobile RPGs you can play right now on Android and iOS. We're going countdown style from number 10 to the absolute king, and I'm breaking down everything. Gameplay, graphics, monetization, whether it's pay-to-win trash or actually worth your time. So smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new, and let's jump into number 10.
All right, so number 10 is Jade Dynasty 2. This just came out recently, like August in China, June in Southeast Asia. It's made by Perfect World, who's been making MMOs forever, so they know what they're doing. Now, if you're not familiar with Wuxia, that's like Chinese martial arts fantasy stuff. Think flying around on swords, shooting chi blasts, all that kung fu movie stuff. That's what this game is. And honestly, the setting looks incredible. You've got ancient Chinese architecture, floating mountains, all these mythological creatures. If you're into that aesthetic, it's gorgeous. The combat's actually pretty fun. You're literally flying around on swords, doing aerial battles, launching attacks midair. It's fast, it's flashy, and the lock-on system works really well on mobile. You pick different cultivation sects as your class. So like Jadeon sect is balance fighters, Skysong sect is healers, there's damage dealers, assassins, you know, the usual stuff, but with a Chinese martial arts twist. The endgame's all about these faction wars where different sects are fighting for control of territories. If you like PvP, there's ranked modes with seasonal rewards. Now, monetization, look, it's got the usual mobile MMO stuff. Cash shop, battle pass, VIP system. You can play free, but people who pay will progress faster. That's just how it is. The pet system's cool though. You can tame like dragons and phoenixes and all these legendary Chinese creatures. Here's the thing. If you're not into that whole Wuxia aesthetic, this might not be for you. It's very specifically Chinese fantasy. And since it just launched, there's not a ton of endgame content yet, so we'll see how they support it. But if you like martial arts stuff or you've watched shows like The Untamed, definitely check this out. Number 9, Silver and Blood. Okay, this one's completely different from everything else on this list. It's made by Moontoon, the Mobile Legends guys, and it's a Gothic vampire game with turn-based combat. But the art style is what really stands out. Everything looks like a watercolor painting. Like genuinely every character looks hand-painted. It's this dark Gothic aesthetic with lots of blacks and reds and purples. Think Castlevania vibes. The whole vibe is dark fantasy. Vampires are the ruling class, there's political intrigue, religious conflicts. It's pretty mature storytelling. Combat's turn-based, which means you're not mashing buttons, you're building teams and being strategic. Each character has different roles, damage dealers, tanks, supports, and you're exploiting weaknesses, timing your ultimate abilities, building synergies between characters. If you like turn-based strategy, this is actually pretty solid. Boss fights require you to understand mechanics and adapt your strategy. The gacha focuses on collecting vampire characters, and each one has their own backstory and abilities. The rates seem pretty decent from what I've seen, and there's a pity system. Now, the downside is it's turn-based, so it's slower paced. If you need fast action combat, this isn't it. And there's a lot of dialogue to read if you care about the story. But honestly, if you're tired of every mobile game looking the same, this stands out immediately. That watercolor Gothic aesthetic is unique. Good for turn-based fans, vampire fiction people, anyone who wants something that looks different. Skip it if you need action combat.
Number 8, Odin, Valhalla Rising. So this came out in April from Cow Games. It's Norse mythology themed, and the graphics are absolutely stunning, like legitimately some of the best I've seen on mobile. You're exploring all the 9 realms, Midgard, Asgard, Jotunheim, and the environmental design is gorgeous. Dynamic weather, day-night cycles, massive world bosses. There's 4 classes, warrior, mage, ranger, assassin, with multiple subclass paths. The combat's real-time action, similar to Black Desert Mobile if you've played that. Lots of dodging, combos, animation canceling. So what's the problem? Player retention fell off a cliff after launch. Like, the game lost a huge chunk of players within the first few weeks. And after playing it, I get why. The end game gets super repetitive. Same dungeons over and over. The RNG on gear upgrades is brutal, like Korean MMO levels of brutal, where you can fail for weeks. The monetization got pretty aggressive too. Cash shop, battle pass, VIP system, limited time packages, the whole suite. And it just feels empty despite being an MMO. Most people are solo grinding with auto battle. There's not much social stuff happening. But here's the thing. If you're just a casual player who wants to explore a beautiful Norse world for like 20-30 hours, it's actually worth downloading. The early game is genuinely fun. The graphics are incredible. So it's good for casual players who want something pretty to look at. But if you're hardcore and want deep endgame content, skip it.
Number 7. Ragnarok M Classic Global. Now, this isn't out globally yet. It's coming late 2025, but it's already live in Korea, and it hit number 2 on Google Play there, so I got my hands on it. If you played Ragnarok Online back in like 2002, this is basically that game on mobile. Same cute anime aesthetic, same job system, same towns. It's pure nostalgia. The big thing here is they're using one currency called Zenny, and I know that sounds boring, but listen, most mobile MMOs have like 15 different currencies specifically designed to confuse you so you spend more money. This just has Zenny. You can trade with other players. It's transparent. You start as a novice, then pick your class, swordsman, mage, archer, whatever, then advance to second jobs. The build variety is actually pretty deep, and the towns are exactly like the original. Prontera, Geffen, Payon, same layouts, same music. When I loaded in and heard that Prontera music, I got emotional, not gonna lie. Combat's real time, you're tapping skills and dodging attacks. The mobile controls are well done. And this is important, the social aspect actually matters. You need parties for dungeons, you're chatting with your guild, coordinating for world bosses. It's an actual MMO where you interact with people. There is a cash shop, but because of the player-driven economy, you can trade for most stuff. The Korean version seems pretty fair. This is perfect for Ragnarok veterans or anyone who misses old-school MMOs. Skip it if you hate grinding.
Number 6, ROM Golden Age. Okay, I need to be upfront. This is a blockchain game. Web3, NFTs, play to earn, cryptocurrency, all that stuff. If that made you click away, I get it. But if you're at all interested in that, this is actually one of the better implementations. At its core, it's a hardcore, traditional MMO RPG. Real-time isometric combat, knights and rangers and magicians, grinding across 5 continents. Classic Korean MMO design. The blockchain stuff, it's built on the Wemix platform and uses these tokens called Crom and Crystal. When you get rare drops, you can lock them on the blockchain, then trade them for actual cryptocurrency through this marketplace. So your time grinding actually has real-world monetary value. That's the whole pitch. The previous ROM game from the same developers hit number 2 in Korea, so they know what they're doing with this model. Now here's the problem. The grind is absolutely brutal. Multiple people have described the gameplay as joyless because it's so focused on grinding for blockchain assets that fun becomes secondary. And the monetization is aggressive even beyond the crypto stuff. Gacha, expensive bundles, VIP system, it's a lot. If you're playing purely for fun, there are better games on this list. This is specifically for people who want the play-to-earn aspect and are treating it like an investment opportunity. It had 2 million pre-registrations, so there's definitely an audience. But it's niche. Good for crypto enthusiasts and blockchain gamers. Skip if you're not into that world at all.
Number 5, Dragon Raja ReRise. This came out in August, and it's fascinating because it's nothing like the original. The original was an action MMO. This is turn-based strategy, completely different. And the fan base is super divided about it. But here's the hook. It's got this what-if narrative system. Dragon Raja has the story with really emotional moments like characters dying, tragic sacrifices, and ReRise lets you go back and change those outcomes. So if you're a fan of the franchise, you can save characters who died, make different choices, see how the story changes. That's genuinely compelling if you care about the IP. The story is set at Castle College, this dragon hunting academy. Urban fantasy setting with political intrigue and romance and all that. Combat's turn-based strategy, where you're building a team of characters. Each one has unique abilities, and you're timing attacks, exploiting weaknesses, chaining skills together. There's this assistant function that automates all the boring daily grind stuff so you can focus on the actual fun content. That should be in every mobile game, honestly. And the gacha is surprisingly generous. New players get 400 free pulls. 400! Most games give you like 10. The rates are good too. Graphics are gorgeous 3D anime style with cell shading. Looks like the anime came to life. Downsides, if you're not a Dragon Raja fan, the story won't hit the same way, and it's turn-based, so it's slower paced than action games. Plus, there's a lot of dialogue. Good for franchise fans, strategy gamers, people who like turn-based combat. Skip if you need action or don't care about the IP.
Number 4, LORDNINE Infinite Class. This game is doing crazy numbers in Korea. Hit number 1 for RPG revenue on both the App Store and Google Play. Over 4 million players. Won Best Immersive MMORPG at the Sensor Tower Awards. The whole selling point is in the name: infinite class customization. Most MMOs give you maybe 10 or 15 classes total. LORDNINE gives you over 60 classes and over 50 abilities that you can mix and match however you want. And you can swap between them instantly at any time. Want to be a sword mage? Sure. A bow healer? Why not? The build variety is insane. There's the skill tag system where you combine different class attributes to create totally unique hybrid builds. If you're someone who loves theory crafting and experimenting with different builds, this is heaven. The combat's real-time action where positioning actually matters. You're dodging, using terrain, flanking enemies. There's depth to it. The graphics are really impressive. They used motion capture and photogrammetry, so characters look cinematic. And it's optimized well, so it runs on lower-end phones. Cross-platform between PC and mobile with full progression sync. Grind on your phone, then switch to PC at home, same account. Now, here's the huge thing. The monetization is cosmetics only. No pay-to-win equipment, no stat-boosting gacha, just costumes and skins. Equipment is earned through gameplay. If that's actually true, and all the player reports say it is, that's massive. A mobile MMO that's not pay-to-win? Almost unheard of. Problems: some people say melee classes feel weaker than ranged, and the sheer amount of customization can be overwhelming if you don't know what to do. But the player reception has been super positive. That number 1 revenue spot in Korea shows it has staying power. Perfect for build crafters, MMO veterans, sick of pay-to-win, anyone who wants deep customization.
Number 3, Soul Land New World. If you're a Soul Land fan from the anime or novels, just go download this right now. It's the first officially licensed Soul Land open world MMO, and they nailed it. Soul Land is huge in Asia. Anime series, novels, all that. It's about soul masters who cultivate martial spirits and collect soul rings for power. The game is a full 1-to-1 scale recreation of the Soul Land continent. Every location from the source material, Shrek Academy, Heaven Dew City, Stardew Forest, it's all there and you can explore it. The graphics are absolutely insane. Ultra-realistic 3D that looks like the anime with modern rendering. This is one of the prettiest mobile games, period. Combat's real-time action with no lock-on system. You're manually dodging with timing, using float abilities for aerial combos. There's actual skill involved. The dual martial soul system is the signature mechanic. You can switch between 2 different martial souls mid-combat. Each has completely different abilities, so you're basically playing 2 characters that you swap between. You customize with 10 soul rings and 10 soul skills. Different combinations create totally different builds. The world is proper open world with hidden treasures, environmental puzzles, secret areas everywhere. The map is huge. There's casual stuff too. Gathering, fishing, cooking, home building. If you just want to chill and fish, you can do that. PvP scales from 5v5 arenas all the way up to 400-player open field battles. It's wild. Launch rewards were crazy. 1,000 free pulls plus $500 worth of stuff. Super generous. Now the problem's there's apparently a paywall at level 46 where progression slows down way down unless you pay. The game's generous early, but tries to convert you mid-game. Also, it's really data hungry. Wi-Fi connection issues have been reported, and it'll destroy your mobile data if you're not on Wi-Fi. But for fans, the positives outweigh the negatives. The story execution is great, the world is beautiful, exploration is rewarding, must play for Soul Land fans, also great for anyone who wants open world exploration and gorgeous graphics. Skip if you're not into the IP or have limited data.
Number 2, Honkai Star Rail. This dropped in April 2023, and it's been absolutely dominating the mobile RPG space. Like, we're talking number 1 revenue globally for the past 2 years straight. And the reason is simple. It's a story-driven game that actually respects your time and doesn't immediately slap you with a paywall. The combat is turn-based tactical, which sounds old school, but it's insanely well designed. You've got this dynamic turn order timeline showing exactly when you and the enemies attack. You manipulate turn order, exploit elemental weaknesses, break enemy defenses, performances, it's like if Persona met Final Fantasy X's combat system. 6 elements: fire, ice, lightning, wind, quantum, imaginary, and you need to think about team composition, DPS, support, healer, debuffer, real synergy. But here's what makes Star Rail number 2 instead of number 1. It's the narrative. The actual story is phenomenal. Emotional character arcs, branching dialogue choices, fully voiced in English, Chinese, Japanese. This is a gacha game with a legitimate 30+ hour story campaign that doesn't treat you like a wallet. 30+ recruitable characters, each with their own personality and backstory. The writing is genuinely good. Like, I care about these characters good. Cross-platform, PC, Steam, Epic Games, iOS, Android, PS4, PS5. Full progression sync. Play at home, continue on your phone. Graphics are cel-shaded anime style that looks gorgeous. Cosmic sci-fi aesthetic, vibrant, clean UI. Performance is buttery smooth, even on mid-range phones. Now, the gacha economy. This is where Star Rail shines. You're guaranteed a 5-star every 76.5 pulls on average. Most games make you spend 90 pulls. You get a free 5-star selector basically immediately. The game throws premium currency at you monthly. And here's the kicker. You can experience the entire story campaign completely free. No paywall. No upgrade your DPS or you're stuck. Story is open to everyone. Endgame is the simulated universe. Roguelike mode with procedural modifiers, so infinite replayability. Weekly dungeons, dailies, but they're not grindy like other gacha games. The one downside, if you're not into turn-based combat, or if you want fast-paced action, this isn't it. It's methodical, strategic, slower paced, and late game progression does slow down, which is normal for gacha, but some players find it tedious. But if you want a mobile RPG where the story matters, where you're not getting scammed, where the characters are actually well written, and where the gameplay is genuinely tactical and fun, Honkai Star Rail is the answer. 88% positive on Steam out of 84,000 reviews. That's not a coincidence. Perfect for story lovers, tactical RPG fans, people who hate grinding, skip if you want action combat, or hate turn-based systems.
Number 1. Blue Protocol Star Resonance. This literally just launched globally on October 9th, like less than a month ago. It came out in China in July, and it's been hyped forever as the console-quality anime MMO. And the graphics are absolutely stunning. Anime, cel-shaded art style that looks gorgeous. Vibrant colors, detailed character models, beautiful environments. This genuinely looks like a console game. Character customization is nuts. Over 127 adjustable parameters, over 250 dyeable parts. You can make your character look exactly how you want. Full cross-platform between PC on Steam and Epic, iOS, and Android. Complete progression sync. Play on PC at home, then continue on your phone. Same account, same everything. Combats, real-time action with the MMO Trinity, DPS, tank, healer. But you've got this role-swapping system where you're not locked in. You can switch roles based on what your party needs. Classes include Stormblade for melee DPS, Wind Knight, Marksman for ranged, Frost Mage, Shield Knight for tanking. Each plays differently. The combat focuses on tactical boss encounters with patterns you need to learn. It's not mindless grinding. Boss fights have mechanics, you coordinate with your party. It's actual MMO raid design. Dungeons come in normal, hard, and extreme difficulties. Extreme is legitimately hard. There's open world exploration with gathering, mining, world events, social systems with fishing, crafting, festivals, guilds. Now, here's the controversial part, the reception. Steam reviews are mixed at 51% positive out of over 9,000 reviews. That's not great. The game reportedly lost 60% of its player base within the first 24 hours in some regions. That's a massive red flag. What's happening is the early game is fun and beautiful, but endgame becomes really repetitive really fast. Daily quests get tedious, the dungeon pool is limited, progression slows to a crawl, and it feels empty socially, despite being an MMO. Most people just solo queue for dungeons without talking. But here's why it's still number 2. If you want the best graphics, anime-style, cross-platform play, this is the game right now. Nothing else looks this good or plays this smoothly. The cross-platform works perfectly. For the first 20 to 30 hours, this is an incredible experience. The question is whether they'll add enough content to keep people playing long-term. The foundation is solid, they just need more endgame variety and less repetitive grinding. Good for people who want the best graphics, anime-style, cross-platform play. Skip if you care about long-term endgame or if the retention issues worry you. Maybe wait a few months and see if they add more content.
All right, guys, that's the top 10. My personal pick, LORDNINE. It's the fairest game with the deepest systems, and it actually respects your time. Drop a comment telling me which one you're downloading. Or if you're already playing any of these, let me know your experience. Smash that like button if this helped, subscribe for more mobile gaming content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.